When I was around 4 or 5 years old, I got a tablet for my birthday. And with that, I downloaded a ton of games. Most of it was complete slop for my 4-year-old self to enjoy, like Jingling Keys. But there was one game that stood out to me. One that has stayed with me in my heart till this very day. That game being Beach Buggy Racing. Beach Buggy Racing wasn't just a game I grew up with. It wasn't just a Mario Kart ripoff, despite the gameplay being basically the exact same to it. It was a moment where everything was more simpler. And honestly, I know this is a very stupid thing to make a video about, but I want you to understand the magic of this game. And what makes it more than just a racing game to me, at the very least. And when I say it's more than a racing game to me, I'm serious about it. Like, you may take this video as some big, huge joke, but this video is not really a joke to me, to be honest. It's literally my childhood. What built it to be more than a racing game to me is just the atmosphere, the characters and their weird backstories, the tracks, and where they take place. Everything with this one stupid little mobile game. I want you to understand what made this stupid little mobile game more than just a game to me, more than just something that I've had a childhood of and I've had very fond memories of. But to fully understand the magic of this game, we need to understand the past and what led up to this game. There were two developers named Ralph Noezel and Matt Small. In the late 90s to the early 2000s, they worked at Stormfront Studios. Ralph worked on Madden 97 and 98 and co-developed a PC graphics engine for Stormfront. He also worked on Hot Wheels Turbo Racing, Blood Wake, and Lord of the Rings The Two Towers, which during that time he got to know Matt really well since they both worked on those games together. Matt, on the other hand, was a lead artist that worked with Ralph during those times and then left Stormfront for EA in 2003, which isn't really any big change. And during that time, he led Lord of the Rings, The Third Age, Godfather, and etc. They both were sick and tired of working for big brands, so they ultimately decided to quit their jobs and co-found a new company that is called Vector Unit. They stated that their mission with Vector Unit is to make the player feel resonated with their work like a AAA game, but for the charge of nothing, giving the player games that feel fully complete and satisfying at the cost of nothing. And they did exactly that, because in the early days of the company, they made their very own engine to make their games, simply called Vector Engine. And after that, they released multiple notably cheap games before Beach Buggy got its name. This being Hydro Thunder Hurricane, an arcade boat racer for the Xbox 360 that is called a gem and a cult classic till this day. And then there was Riptide GP, known for its jet ski racing and stunt elements to it, and Shine Runner. That is basically redneck.
Gentlemen, this is the face of your enemy. This here low-life cottonmouth sumbitch is wanted across 6 counties for 125 known offenses, including but not limited to reckless operation of an unlicensed water vehicle, willful destruction of property, endangerment of wildlife, and the illegal distribution and sale of bootleg moonshine.
Oh, what's that? Oh, yeah, anyways, Beach Buggy is next on the list for the company, and in 2012, they released Beach Buggy Blitz. Simply put, Beach Buggy Blitz is beautiful, but I don't want to go too early into my feelings about this game. So, I want to express the gameplay and how it works. Basically, it's beach buggy racing if it was turned into an endless mode. That's what this game is about. The game has us start off with the mascot of Beach Buggy, Rez, and of course his classic red beach buggy. And as we go, we earn coins that unlock stuff like more characters, cars, power-ups, and etc. And as you travel more, you explore new areas within the game, like a jungle area, an ice area, and a lava area. And it really shows that you are traveling far beyond where you've originally started. And the sole point of the game is to be the fastest you can and to have the time not run out. And then there's other aspects to the game too, like getting these power-ups that could help you within the game. Like for example, once you have the shield power-up upgraded somewhat, you can start smashing into like cars and get coins out of it. And then, and there's other aspects to it, like for example, the magnet. And it's really helpful because you can get a lot of coins with the magnet, and especially within the secret coin area. And then there's simply other power-ups that you can buy that is a one-time use, to where, for example, dropship can lift you up and take you a certain amount of length. And then there's also some others like tuning up your car and giving you an extra life. Simply put, this game is basically a game to grind the fuck out of until it feels stale. Exactly what I did, dear viewer. Because as of writing this script, I've played this game for 13 hours. Yes, you heard me right. 13 hours. And it really made me realize something. 13 hours is a lot of hours. And I felt like I was only playing a minute each and every single day, but once I looked back on my screen time, I've realized that on low days I've been playing it for 20 minutes, and high days I've been playing it for an hour and a half, which is really crazy to me because it made me realize that I've played this game much more longer than I thought. So it made me question why I played it for 13 hours in the first place. Why did a stupid mobile game like this caused me to spend so many hours on it? But I kind of now realize what made it so special. What made it so special is its escapism. And yes, you do hear most people who play video games say this, but I view this game differently than your average video game. It's not only just a form of escapism, it's a form of freedom. When you really do look at it, you are cruising in this beach setting area, and it creates this atmosphere of just peace to me. And then as you just continue on, you go into these new different areas that make this world truly feel like an actual world. And you just keep continuing on and keep continuing on until the timer runs out. And it makes you have this mentality to where you just keep going and you keep pushing and strive to go the farthest that you can. But then when you take a look around you, of course, to not hit objects in the way to screw up your run, you realize that they put a little bit more atmosphere into this world than you would expect from a game like this, at least to me. I don't know, I'm just a 15-year-old making this stupid video for YouTube, and because I like this franchise. Unfortunately, it's filled with children. Okay, editing me has to come in and make a statement real quick. It is genuinely embarrassing to say that I like this franchise just due to the fandom alone. Other than that, enjoy the video, thank you. But what I'm trying to demonstrate is that there is so much detail in this game that all of that detail builds up together and becomes this big, huge, magical thing to me, I guess. And it shows an example of not just how in media, but in life in general, builds its beauty. And to set an example up of how beach buggy goes hand in hand with life itself, I guess you would say, is that 2 years ago, my dad got a new car. This car is a Dodge Challenger, and he loves it to death. I'm just gonna say that. And on most weekends, we just take the car out for cruising. I don't know why, we're just bored as shit, and we decide to do so because why not? And while we took all these cruises, I have developed a hobby of taking pictures. I know, the most lame hobby ever, Weston. Okay, I get it. But when I started to take photos, I really started to appreciate the small details that life gives us. For example, I took photos of just average looking mountains, and then maybe the next photo, or I don't know, the next day or something, I can have a bizarre photo like this. And when I look back on these photos, it doesn't just remind me of memories, but it reminds me that the little things in life matter the most. Because if you want to have a goal in life, you need to start doing the little things that compile it to make it some sort of pyramid to where it makes you be able to put your cherry on top of it, if that makes sense. Which, of course, beach buggy isn't the equivalent of life itself. I know that, dear viewer. It's a game, I know. But the fact that I can feel that very example I just gave within this game shows how truly magical it is. The fact that it can have some hand in hand to life itself makes me realize how important that lesson that I've gotten through those 2 years really was. But it isn't all of that. This is not the full lesson and the full magic that this game provides. This is only one out of the several many lessons that Beach Buggy shows within its gameplay and art style. And if you don't believe me, Beach Buggy Racing will certainly prove it. Beach Buggy Racing was released September 14th of 2014, and a year later is when I got the game. To me, I thought it was the coolest game ever, and to simply just say that the game was great would be an understatement. The game was interesting, and it was exactly what made Blitz so good, but if it was cranked up to 11. And then the racers were interesting and unique too, and there was always one that would end up being your favorite, which mine is the classic, the one everyone loves, Rez. The tracks were interesting, with some taking place on a normal beach and small town area, while others are full-on jungles or alien planets. The tracks also offered shortcuts, which yes were easy to find, but made the tracks feel more fleshed out and more like an environment with different ways to get to the finish line. The game also had a lot of side modes too, being targets, bowls, elimination, and follow the leader type of minigames in the main career mode, as well as daily challenge mode, which honestly I find myself to be really addicted to, just because I want to upgrade my cars. The power-ups are also fun and creative too. Like for example, there's this one that reverses your controls, and another that shoots a tornado and spins people around. The power-ups feel all unique to each other, offering something that another can't. On top of that, the death bat is fucking scary as shit, to be honest. And when you hear that scream, you know shit's gonna hit the fan. And yes, I will admit, it is easy to get a shield power-up to block it, but even still, I find it cool due to its just deadly nature, kind of similar to the blue shell, but I think a whole lot more scarier in my opinion. And then there is daily challenges and rewards that players can keep hopping on each and every day for. There's also achievements you can hunt for and Easter eggs you can get. And overall, just grinding the game as well as the championship mode and career mode is really fun. Because you can unlock all of these characters alongside it, upgrade your cars alongside it, and you just keep advancing and advancing and advancing. And it made me realize something about this game. Let's take Mario Kart in comparison. When you think of Mario Kart, you think of this absolute chaos of a room and party that destroys relationships. But when you think of this game, you think of just sitting down and just grinding the hell out of it. Which, yes, this game gets easy. But I also appreciate why it's easy, because it gives time for the player to look at the world around them and to realize the beauty within it. Because the atmosphere, its music, and everything that it provides really makes you want to explore this world more and really get to know it. Which, the fact that this game has done that to me is really beautiful within itself. Which was what Blitz and this game does. But I think this game propels that message even more to the point to where it shows a whole journey. In Blitz, yes, it did feel like there was some type of journey to it, but that was like more of a you experience. This feels more connected to its characters, and your playthrough reflects their journey, if that makes sense. You, the player, get to unfold their journey in this world. If you're talking about game-wise, yes, you did grind out those cars. Yes, you did grind out the career mode. Yes, you did grind out the championships. Yes, you grinded this game. But if you actually consider this world, and if you try to see through their perspective, it makes you realize that you didn't do anything in this game. All it really did was you going through their experience. And I have proof of why you should think this. There is a backstory with Rez, our main icon with this franchise, that I want to highlight here, that supports the whole reason of why I made this video in the first place. This backstory is that Rez was the son of a famous race car driver named Coco Taka, which was his mother. Rez was born to be a racer, and he wanted to follow through for the footsteps of his own mother. And you start to realize something. Throughout this entire game, did I just witness him going out there and actually putting up the grind and actually fighting to be able to be as good, or hell, even better than his own famous race car driver mother? And to express another point of why I made this video in the first place is, quote, Rez doesn't talk much, but he lets his driving do the talking. Although he is usually seen playing arcade games, one in particular being Riptide GP2, end quote. And you're saying, why does this matter in the slightest? He's just playing a game, right? Well, look at it. Look at what you're doing right now. Playing a game. Simply, he's in your shoes. He grinded that arcade game to oblivion, just like how you did with his game. So these little details give you this message that I think is why I find this game so magical. Because it isn't just observing of what life has already given you or what life is giving you right now. And hell, it's about something way more different and deeper than that. It's about taking what you value within life and what you have right now and trying to use them as stepping stools to have a better tomorrow. If this game has shown anything to me, it's that if you keep going and if you keep grinding out, you'll eventually get to the spot to where you want to be. You will find success if you just keep going at it. And of course, I'm not saying that everything is going to work out, but I think you can take lessons from the things that don't work out and apply them to a new, bigger thing that will eventually grant you success. There will always be races in your life, and there will always be championships in your life, and you will always win and lose some, but there is nothing like a legacy. A legacy stands for the test of time. You choose to fight for it, or you choose to let it die, and that choice is yours to fight for. Thank you for watching. Hey guys, I just wanted to leave you with one last message before I leave. If you're willing to support in any way, I truly do appreciate it. My mission with this channel is, yes, to make money like anyone else on this platform, but to also just have fun and have discussions with all of you. Honestly, I don't really care about likes or subscribers. Well, kinda. What I do care about, though, is that if you left here with a message, and honestly, if you just comment your thoughts and feelings on it, then that will leave me rest assured. I know this video is kind of a weird one. I tried to not let nostalgia and horrors of the fan base get in the way of this, but I also do realize I made some mistakes. Tell me how I can improve my videos if you want. Any valid and non-hateful criticism is totally taken for thought. Anyways, thank you guys so much. I highly do appreciate it, even if this video gets 30 views. 30 views is a whole classroom of people, so honestly, I'm taking it as a win. See you guys in the next one. Bye.